morning, Pisces. This is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily check-in. Today's January 10th, 2026, but when you find this video is when you're meant to receive the message. This will be a general message for all Pisces placements, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's call in spirit. Okay, Pisces, we're going to see what the vibe is, and then we'll pull some tarot cards, and I'll finish off your reading with an Akashic Records Oracle card. So let's start shuffling and see what the vibe is for the day. I did want to mention to you all that I will be doing Money Mondays. So your money story will come out on Mondays, and then I'm going to introduce your love story next week. Probably Thursday or Friday. So look forward to that. And you can find all your daily playlists attached to the description here for your reading today. So make sure if this one doesn't resonate with you to check the playlist, because there may be a reading in there that resonates with you. So we're going to do like Love Fridays and Money Mondays or something like that. So look forward to that Money Monday, and then I'll do your love story on either Thursday or Friday next week. I'm not sure. I think I want to do them on Fridays, but we'll see. Okay. Let's call in spirit, angels, guides, ancestors. What is the vibe for Pisces? Friday, January 10th, 2026. Or when my viewers are viewing the message. We have trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. One more, please, Spirit. Message for Pisces. Oh, they want to give us two. Okay, so we have clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways, isolation, rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. We saw that yesterday. And feeling trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. I feel like this is still the lingering energy by this person that you're trying to move on from. You may be feeling stuck by them, feeling like there's no options. They may be feeling like you're unable to forgive them. They may be feeling stuck, trapped, isolated, but this is self-inflicted. This could be an ex, a dead relationship, some type of old ways. Somebody is clinging to the energy here. So let's pull some tarot here, and I will see what Spirit has to say here for you, Pisces. I hope that you're all doing well. Thank you all for the likes, shares, and subscribes. It really does help the channel grow. And if you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the sign of Pisces, January 10th, 2026, or when my viewers are viewing this message. What do they need to know right now? Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit card, and the Strength card. The back of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so very similar to yesterday's reading. Let's dive in deeper to see if there's another message concerning this clingy relationship, this person that feels isolated from you, rejected by you, left alone. They may be feeling stuck. They feel like you're not going to ever forgive them. You may be feeling trapped by them as well. Like, are you ever going to get away from this person? Are you ever going to feel good about yourself again? Things like that. With the Eight of Cups in the shadow here, for what you don't see, is that you have turned your back on this person. You have turned your back on the emotion that this person has brought. Okay? With the Eight of Cups, you are releasing what no longer serves you. So this card was here yesterday, different type of tarot. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. But the same card was here within the Light Seers Tarot, the Eight of Cups here. With the Eight of Cups showing me that you are abandoning the old ways of doing things. You're no longer going to be taking them back. You're no longer going to be saying, okay, I forgive you. Let's do this. Let's work on this. Let's see what you're going to do. You're just kind of done. And I feel like at this point with yesterday's reading, you kept trying to wait and see what they were going to do. But I feel like you're now turning your back on them. You're releasing this and you're looking for something better. Okay? And they feel your unforgiveness. They feel the rejection. This could be an old ex, a dead relationship, some type of old ways of doing things, but they're still clinging to the relationship and you're ready to walk away, Pisces. With the Eight of Cups being here in the shadow, okay? You've turned your back on this. You're like, I need to look for something better for myself. We have the Two of Pentacles here in the reverse position. And this is telling me that there's an imbalance between the two of you, okay? Or three of you, or four of you, or whatever this is about. You know what this is about, okay? There's an imbalance here. And there's an inability to find balance with this person, with the Two of Pentacles being reversed. There's an inability to find that balance, okay? And I feel like this person probably misplaced their priorities in some way, okay? They didn't put you first. They didn't put the family first. Here's the Ten of Pentacles. The misplaced priorities when it comes to family, home, environment, etc. This has something to do with somebody that you shared a home with. Here's the Ten of Pentacles, just like yesterday. Somebody that you shared, I think it was the Ten of Cups, was it? Ten of Pentacles, somebody shared a home with, family with, etc. An ex, perhaps, that's feeling rejected, but this is self-inflicted. You have no more options left. It's time for you to look for something else. It's time for you, with the Hermit card being reversed, to get back out into society. You've been hermiting away, dealing with all of this, and it's time for you to step out and be more social now. And you have the strength. This is Leo energy here. You have the strength to do so, to walk away from this situation now that no longer serves you. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles, Spirit. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles for Pisces. Okay. Yeah. It's time to let your burdens down because there's an indifference or imbalance between you two or three or whatever, however many people there are, where there's an indifference here. There's an imbalance, okay? It's time to release this. You've been carrying this heavy burden for a really long time, it feels like. It could be 10 years that you've been carrying this burden, okay, with the Ten of Wands here. But this has been, this is like a fight or flight response that you've been dealing with this person for a long time. And it's time for you to release that burden and walk away towards something else. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Could be a family member. Where there's an indifference between the two of you. And we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse position. I feel like with the Nine of Wands, with it clarifying this Ten of Pentacles, it's telling me that this could be family, home, environment, or whatever, but you're giving up on this family unit. You've had enough. Like you're giving up on the idea of having a family, a home, etc. with this person, a happy home, a happy family. You're giving up. There's a lack of motivation at this point to even want to try with this individual or group of people. There's no willpower anymore for this happy home, happy family unit. Please clarify the Hermit. Yeah. You're ready to get out and be more social, and you're tired of the conflict with the Five of Swords here. There could be a conflict within about you stepping out and meeting new people again. If this is an ex, perhaps maybe stepping out into society or into the public again and looking for something else, looking for perhaps a new love. There's a little bit of conflict within, but you're stepping away from this conflict and you're moving towards other people. You're moving out. You're tired of isolating yourself from this conflict. And you're ready to move on. You're turning your back on this situation. You're turning your back on the conflict and stepping into society again. I feel like you've been hermiting yourself, Pisces, and not really getting out. Perhaps doing a lot of healing from all the conflict that you went through with this person. You may be hesitant to want to try to get out again. There's maybe some internal conflict because of the hurt and pain you've already gone through. And then we have the Seven of Cups here. So you're seeing the reality of the strength that you've had with the Seven of Cups here. That is clarifying the Strength card. You're seeing the reality of how strong you've had to be for this situation. You're like, how did I do this for so long? Again, 9-10 years is what I'm seeing here. In this family environment, home environment, where there's been a lot of indifference and a lot of conflict with this person. This person is feeling still isolated, rejected, left alone by you, but they did this to themselves. This could be an ex, a dead relationship, somebody that's clinging to old ways of doing things. They may be feeling trapped within themselves, stuck without options, feeling like you're not going to forgive them. You could also may have been feeling trapped by this individual for a really long time and stuck with no options. But now, for what you don't see is you're turning your back on this situation and you are moving forward, looking for something else. Looking for a new life. Looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. What is the advice here, please, Spirit? What is the advice for Pisces? We have the Ace of Cups. One more, please. And we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah. The road that you're walking on, as you're walking away from the situation, will not be easy, Pisces. Okay. And we have a rebirth here with the Death card being in the reverse position. Okay. Something has ended here, but there's a rebirth in the way that you do things with your life now. Your life is now starting over. There's a transition that you're going through. This transition will not be an easy trek. As you're moving on and turning your back on this individual, your future, it may not be the easiest for you to, to move through as you are starting new. But you're winning the fight and the struggle. It's going to be difficult, but Spirit is on your side here. You're beating the odds. There is victory in the Seven of Wands. You're turning your back on this individual. You know it's a hard walk to make, but you're going to do it. You're beating the odds and you're going to do it. And with the Ace of Cups being here, there is now a loss of love that has happened here. There's an unfortunate change in the dynamic of your life. Endings of a marriage, endings of a home, family unit, etc. But I feel like you dealt with this for a long time here, Pisces. You dealt a long time with this situation. 9-10 years is what I'm picking up. Again, take that as it resonates. This has been an abrupt change in the heart. You know that the journey is going to be hard to walk away. But it's time for you to turn your back on this situation where you felt trapped or stuck by conflict with this individual. They did this. They did this to themselves by not honoring you, Pisces. You carried a very heavy burden with this situation for a long, long time. With the Death card being reversed, you're going through a transition now, Pisces. The transition may not be easy, but there's no more love here. And if there is love, you're letting it go. You're going and you're serving the purpose for self-love now. You're walking towards your self-love, something new, something that you haven't done, Pisces. You're walking towards that self-love now. You're getting out and being more social. You're getting away from the conflict. You know that it's not in your imagination that you've had to be really, really strong through this, Pisces. Let's pull a message of Akashic Records card to finish up your reading, Pisces. But yeah, I feel like you are finally walking away from this situation. This person is trying to cling on to things and they feel left out, left alone, rejected by you. But they did this. Message of Akashic Records for the sign of Pisces, please, Spirit. So the word is compassion here, Pisces. It says you're being asked to be kinder to yourself. What did I say? Self-love. You're walking towards self-love. To give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend. Be a loving comforter who always has your back. So stop bullying yourself, in other words. Stop being a taskmaster, okay? Stop being a horrible friend to yourself. It's time to take care of you and walk towards loving yourself for once. Having compassion and being kinder to yourself. You've gone through a lot here for a long time, Pisces. It's not in your imagination that you've had to be really, really strong through this. You carried a heavy burden with this situation for a long time. It has to do with family or the home. The love is lost and you're walking away from the situation. Walking away may not be the easiest thing, but you're walking towards self-love here. You're going through a transition and it may not be easy. So I'm going to leave that reading there, Pisces. I did want to share one thing with you. I was divinely, last night I had a sort of a divine message that came through. And I want to share it with you real quick, Pisces, since you got all the way to the end of the video here. We as Pisces are star light beings, okay? The message from the divine is that we are light beings living a physical existence, but we come from the same constellation of Pisces, okay? And that constellation of Pisces comes from the sun. The sun gives us energy, S-U-N. Much like S-O-N, the Son of God gives us our energy. Okay? So, as we are a collective, Pisces, we come from the same constellation of stars. We are light beings living a physical experience. So, we all have different things that we go through in life, but we are in the same type of energy because we belong to the same constellation. And we will return to that same constellation when it is our time to leave this physical plane. And keep in mind that our energy comes from the sun. The sun gives us our energy. And the sun gives us our energy through the things that we eat that are nourished by the sun, such as fruits and vegetables. So, in order for you to feel that energy from the sun, you need to get out in the sun. You need to take a walk. You need to ground yourself on the earth. Feel the sunlight. Eat from the fruits and vegetables that the sun has given its life to. It's going to help you feel better because that's where we originate from. So if that makes any sense to you, that was the message that I got from the divine last night through meditation. I hope that you enjoyed this message today, Pisces. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would love to also hear how this resonates with you in the comment section. I hope you have a wonderful day today. I will link the other dailies playlist for you if this did not resonate. So check on those readings, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.